Okay.
Warming up.
Wait. I forgot to check audio.
Audio test. 2, 3.
Audio.
Audio.
Audio should be okay.
Okay, there. Audio's
Okay.
there.
Audio's working. Audio's
Okay.
working. And then I'll just cue intro for later. But hey, this is a recorded live stream, so it'll take a bit for us to get some people to join the actual episode before we begin. If you are watching this in the future when it is no longer a live stream, you can always skip forward to the point where we actually start talking about things. Otherwise, hang tight. And see, and I could not quite process things and talk at the same time. So now I will walk you through what I'm doing. So I'm going to be, uh, in order to get more people to join the live stream, I'm going to be tagging Toby first in the post so that since we still broadcast Baduy Pride off my personal Facebook page, tagging Toby makes it more available to his contacts.
Yeah,
And
we should
then
really consider though. We should give it its own thing. I don't know. It's
it's
hard.
it's so much work.
Yeah.
And for me it literally feels like work if we're gonna, but it's not a bad thing. It's just, oh boy, oh boy, then it feels like my marketing work. Because then it's like everything like, I'm gonna need 50 people to, 50 friends to like the page so that we unlock analytics, and then all the usual fun stuff. Oh, where did my cursor go? Oh no, I'm slowing down.
Share the mailing list.
Oh, I forgot. I have a live stream reminder. It's a live stream. It's a live stream. The other time, like I had prepared my multiple tweets, like linking to the Facebook link and the YouTube link, and then I I know I hit save, but I guess like network delays got in the way, and then it never posted.
Mm-mm.
So it's like, oh, my effort, my cabbages. But yeah, so give us a bit. Just waiting for people to join. As always, we cannot see if you are on the stream. It helps to leave comments so that we know you're there, unless you are blocked by your social media platform from leaving comments on live videos. Then we will just believe you are there and trust that you are there. We appreciate. But yeah, I still had work today. So today was my last working day of the year, thankfully. I know some people will have work tomorrow, so we kind of move things around. So we're not coming in tomorrow, thankfully.
Yeah, mom's just checking if we're going for New Year. So I already
Okay.
shared our usual list.
Of what I can eat.
Mm-mm. Starting in a bit. Oh boy,
Oh,
oh boy, oh boy.
and we should like, I don't know, look up. So we already talked about like favorite games on our Tuesday episode. So today it's going to be a bit broader in terms of celebrating different things we like this year. Um, and we'll kind of go from there. That's the whole point of this. Although we're gonna try to keep this within like 30, 40 minutes so that we give you back your time and you can celebrate whatever more. It is a holiday, and some people have made plans. So okay, I think I think
Mm-mm.
I think we can probably start the introduction. We're all dressed up, can't you see? It's formal. It's end of year. Oh, thank you for celebrating. It is another year. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll credits. We'll be right back. So stay tuned. Let me hide the live stream reminder. Go mute and play.
Oh yeah! Baduy Pride!
This is Toby.
And this is
And
Rocky.
if it's your first time here, welcome to Baduy Pride, a little space on the internet where we talk about anything we want.
It's completely unscripted and not entirely accurate, but at least it's honest. Join us as we talk about everything and anything random live.
And if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for joining us again. Syempre, I was excited to realize we never really do that. Like, subscribe, and blah blah blah, which everyone says. We really should make that part of our spiel.
Well, it's like it's in my live stream reminder caption, and we say it here and there. But
Yeah, we should make it
I guess we
habit.
should try to like be more,
Or like in
social
the
media.
opening spiel, it's part of it.
I don't. You realize how long it took us to memorize this
I
opening
know,
spiel? It
but
is the
that's the
one.
point.
It is the one scripted thing we do.
So
Uh,
saying hello to people who are currently on the stream. We see Jed, we
Hello,
see
Jed.
Drusilla and Nikki.
Hello, Nikki.
There are a bunch of other people who haven't commented, so we can't tell who you are until you do so.
But hello, people who don't interact and add to our engagement numbers.
And then behind us, hello to Alma, to
Unnamed pig.
and to Fred.
Fred. Okay. So I know, right? See, it's like I don't think I would ever wear these shirts outside, but I am amused that for people who watch the show, they really, really love these shirts. They're so big. They come in one size. Toby and I are wearing the
They
same
they,
size.
they work on cam.
They work well on camera.
They
I guess
look
they pop
they look very weird when
in
you look at it
person.
in mirrors.
They're shiny.
But on camera they
It's like okay.
fancy.
Yeah, so it was a good gift. Thank you very much again to the friend who gave us these
Mm.
shirts specifically for the show. He really
Yes.
likes. I hope you can wear it on the show.
And it seems appropriate to wear it for our end of the year episode.
Because and let me fix my
Festive.
tie because we're doing like a end of year wrap up. So what are what's this? Oh, and of course, yeah, it's like actually the call to action has to happen all throughout. It's like one of those things. Okay, but thank you for the tips. All right, so where do you want to start your roundup for 2021? What
Ah,
are we happiest for?
2021. It's so hard to feel good things about you.
There are still good things.
But there are good things.
There are still good things. Okay, then if not, I will start.
I think
and
we should focus on the good things.
I will say that it has been a very good year for fans of genre fiction. And when I say genre
Mm.
fiction, in terms of like TV and movies, but we've seen a lot of great adaptations of different popular franchises.
The
I mean,
Foundation.
we had Foundation as a TV series, so that's based on the
no, I'm sorry.
the Asimov.
It's Foundation, right? It's not the Foundation.
Either way, that's
Okay,
fine.
making
It's
sure.
it's the Foundation series. That's fine.
Okay. Wheel of
Um,
Time.
Wheel of Time, which we just finished. That was interesting.
Mhm.
I've yet to read the books, and I promise Nikki I will get around to it. And then
Hawkeye.
we're jumping to Marvel too. But then and even things like we got the Dune movie.
The Doom movie. Which we super waited for.
Oh
We
my
had a
god,
bunch of
we
false
waited
starts.
for trailers and all
We
that.
had that one episode. We're waiting for the trailer, and
and
then
it didn't.
after
And then we got it the timing wrong.
after an hour of waiting, we're like, wait, what if it's time zone? What if it's
Yeah.
oh no? So we're waiting for nothing, and then all these people kept on going in and out.
Oh, Nikki just realized that this is literally a T-shirt. It is.
Yes,
It is a
it's
T-shirt.
one shirt, which is why it works on TV because it looks like it's a coat with.
Yeah. It the illusion is
So right
awesome.
now we look like Batman villains. We're Baduy and Pride.
Rawr. Okay, and that should be like that. Should that be if this gets a thumbnail? It'll be like. "Rawr." Okay.
if some cartoon suddenly shows up with the character named Baduy and Pride, I'll be so happy. But that's like a dream that's never gonna happen. So, what else? What else? We've seen a lot of promising things coming up, but as of what came out, Um, we saw the return of shows we love. Expanse is back.
Expanse, but Star Trek. Okay, and I guess if anything, this is the year like I super celebrate
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek Lower Decks.
Mm,
It was, I mean, there's a whole episode about it. It was superlatively good this year,
mm.
and I'm super happy about it.
Discovery continues to be, um, I guess you could say, the Star Trek this generation needs.
I
Because
guess,
because
even though like a lot of people don't like it.
yeah, which is how it is.
Yeah.
You know, people always hate what they need.
Whoa!
If it's good for
Whoa!
you, you hate it. And
Whoa!
and that's the thing about Star Trek. People don't like it because they're expecting it to be a certain way. But given the times now, the messages of the show currently really hit home.
Yeah, it's very important. Oh my God! See, even your mom says the shirts look really good on screen.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay. So that's one thing, and then I guess we could to some degree celebrate like the steady progress of the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus. I mean,
Mm.
we already mentioned Hawkeye, but as a like the next part of this phase, it is. I mean, uh, people will like different shows released on Disney Plus for
Mhm.
different reasons and to
Mhm.
differing degrees. But I think as a whole, the effort is quite intriguing.
Oh,
It definitely has that distinct phase
yes.
feeling of the movies. It's in
Although
lockstep.
full
with-
disclosure, we've
yeah.
only seen one.
What do you
We
mean?
haven't seen Eternals. We haven't
Oh, you're
seen.
talking about the movies. I'm talking about the TV
Oh,
shows.
okay, okay, just
The
TV.
fact
Okay.
the fact that we had Loki, we
Yes.
had
Yes.
Hawkeye, we had all these things.
Yeah.
So a lot of good stuff. Ooh, Nikki cites a lot of musical movies.
Yes.
Okay, that's very important to
Tick Tick
celebrate
Boom
this year.
was amazing.
And okay, first we were super happy with In the Heights.
Yes.
And then like, wow, this is like how the movie
Although they
musical
cut some of the best
adaptation.
songs.
Okay, that's again differing opinions. There are certain songs that we particularly love.
How could they just make that one an extra when it was like the heart of the musical?
And then
Pinagua.
at the same time, but yeah, and then Tick Tick Boom happened. And like,
Um,
oh my gosh, like
Not next to normal. I
superlatively
was about to
beautiful.
say next to normal. No. Evan Hansen.
Oh yeah, I mean, like as creepy as the premise of the story is,
Mhm.
it again, it's another. It was a
It's-
good adaptation.
And it's still nice to see musicals breaking into a new medium
yes,
because there's a lot of people who don't watch musicals. But then when it's in the form of a movie, they'd be like, yeah, I'll check it out, I'll watch it.
Mm-mm.
And then they'll realize, oh, it's not bad. And that's a good thing for me. Um,
I think on the whole, like I'd also cite that we've seen a lot of very creative pandemic constrained storytelling. I mean, like I think last year was like the big sort of BL push in the local sphere, and then I think that's kind of died down a bit this year. But now we're seeing a lot of the Western equivalents of how they try to continue programs while
Mhm.
in quarantine.
Mhm.
So it's subtle things like even with the ongoing season of The Expanse now,
mhm.
you'll see a lot more, um, and even on Discovery, a lot more scenes of 1 to 2 characters only in like very focused conversation because you're constrained of having too many people on the deck, and that's also have why you also have some weird, awkward, kind of on the bridge conversations where people never leave their stations,
Mhm.
and then they're just like shouting across
They're
and like
being
just giving
creative.
tips.
They're being creative with the pandemic. So some of the comments, Nikki mentioned we look like more like Joker or the Riddler's henchman.
I think we could fit from we just need the color graded.
I'd say
accordingly.
no, because if it were Joker henchman, we don't have anything smiling. If it were Riddler, we're not in green.
We don't have question marks, but we'll get there.
We're more like Doctor Light or something like that because
Yeah,
of the
or
spectrum.
like who's the guy with the dots?
Polka Dot Man
Polka Dot Man.
or the Rainbow Raider.
Oh, Rainbow Raider would be a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Rainbow Raider. I mean, thanks DC for having very strange, colorful people.
Drusilla mentions Disco needed to find its legs. It did. We just need to stick it out with these shows until they do. I think what made Disco more successful for me in the later season is that you kind of now get the characters.
Yeah, I mean,
Before-
like it's been very character focused.
Yeah, and before the characters were there, but we never got enough time to get to know them.
Mm-mm.
It was always just her. I mean,
yeah,
parang every episode in the earlier seasons were all about the lead.
yeah.
And all the other characters were like, okay, I'll briefly get to know you, but I'll deal with the problem. I'll deal with it. Okay, I'll fix it. It was always her. But now,
She's still kind of doing it though.
yeah, she's still kind of doing it, but she got called off on it on the
Yeah,
show
yeah.
itself. You have to trust your people,
Yeah.
and that was a
There's still an opportunity to like was this there are still a lot of people on that bridge we know very little
yes,
about that I
that's
hope
true.
we get more stories for and we'll get there. But it's the same but from a Trek perspective, I'll always be like it's like Enterprise where a lot of people dissed it in the beginning and
Mhm.
then that is your classic example that it didn't get a full run, but the
Mhm.
stories were really shaping up. Even things like Voyager, I mean the first season was rough.
Mhm.
It took a while to kind of figure out the full kind of stories they want. And now look at the love and support for things like
And it's always
Voyagers.
because people want it to be what the previous one was.
Yeah, when in fact the challenge or the mandate of
Mm.
each series is try to define their own
Yeah.
path and to blaze a new trail, which is totally Trek.
Unlike the fourth Matrix movie, which started out very strong.
Hey, we're supposed to talk about things you like.
I like the start.
We
of
celebrate the
fourth
first
Matrix
half of Matrix Resurrections.
Everything until the reveal was fantastic. The
Yeah.
build up, the explanation of nostalgia, the introduction of what are the new things in this point, the mirroring of this and that. Those were all really really strong. But then as we got to this is the meat and potatoes of the show, you could feel where the fight choreography go, where the
Mm-mm.
intense psychological philosophical questions go. There was a lot of missing parts, and I guess you could say that's really what happens with a different creative makeup.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to think of other stuff, and okay, there's interesting things on the subject of interesting pandemic creations. There are things like we just watched this series called Solos on Amazon.
Mm,
It's actually
mm,
been out for some time, but we
very
only
good.
watched it recently. Wow, and it feels like a series of one act plays because it's each most of the scenes involve only one actor.
Yes.
Uh, Performing and not all the stories are related to the pandemic, don't
Yes.
worry. So but they are shot obviously shot with that constraint,
Mhm.
like the constraint of dealing with the pandemic. It's like Black Mirror but not necessary in some ways, not as dark, but then sometimes maybe also a heavier thing.
This is of course we're using the term Black Mirror to refer to anything that Mom says. I noticed the piggy. Yes, we don't have a name for the pig yet, Mom. I'm sorry. Um, the mom gave the pig.
Yes,
We are using the term Black Mirror to refer to anything that has that sort of a
nice anthology
it, but then has
series.
a deep surprise or a darker twist,
Yes,
which
yes,
used to be it's like a Twilight Zone show.
yes,
So
essentially.
just to make sure people are clear about it, because what made Black Mirror distinct
Was the focus on
before it
technology.
became a Netflix
That's
series
true.
was its technological aspect. That
Okay.
it was always about how technology is changing life.
Yes.
Later on, it didn't necessarily limit itself to that, which
Mm-hmm.
kind of was sad. Solos doesn't have that constraint. It's
Yeah.
not limiting
They just
itself.
have a narrative that they want to
Yes, but at
explore.
the same time, it is choosing to freely explore what if in a way that you can relate with. And that was what I like about it so far. Some of the episodes were not as strong as the others,
Mm-hmm.
but they were all relatable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Hello, person from Pakistan.
Hi,
Welcome to the
Anna.
show.
Welcome to our show.
Okay. Other things. What else do you want to
Music.
celebrate? Music. Okay.
So happy with the music that's been coming out. Happy with the revival of some music that we've been hearing before, having new life. For example, of course, this is more personal, but Greatest Showman suddenly means so much in this
Isn't that
pandemic era
interesting? Isn't that
because we were
interesting?
so we were so okay. We're tired of it.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
heard
It's
enough of
like
it.
we've gotten so many Greatest
Everyone
Showman
keeps playing
performances at
it,
Obar.
and then with the reopening of Obar and Greatest Showman, um, from now on being such a powerful moving song, it now helps fill that void.
Mm-mm.
Tori Amos has a new album which I um, am enjoying. It feels almost like a jump back to the way she used to do music before she had a band. Um, I haven't really dug in deep to find out whether she is back with the band or not, but Ocean to Ocean is a good way to get back into Tori if you like Tori's music.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie also has.
Okay, well, Kylie's like a mixed bag. She has been going through the full, like last year was her disco release. Then
Yes.
this year has been disco guest edition and disco extended
It's all these
mixes. Yeah, I
collaborations.
know. It's like constantly building on it, which I'm not against because again, it's
Mm-mm.
like it's her embracing the dance appeal of her music
Mm.
and then what
And it's her reminding the world she was the first Kylie. Go on.
Wow. Wow. 2021. Okay. I just realized also that something we probably also could have highlighted. 2021 is the year of Trece as a Netflix
Mm-hmm.
series. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like, take it as you will. Like, I mean, there are differing opinions on like how to receive it versus the source material,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still quite an achievement that
Yes.
a Philippine IP got kind of a worldwide release through a streaming
Mm-hmm.
platform. That's pretty
It's a
cool.
bit frustrating though that there have been I've seen online some people going, "Oh, that Malaysian comic, Teresa,"
Oh wow, really?
and I will message, "Sorry, that was Filipino."
Yeah, we gotta fight the good fight,
Yeah,
people. Gotta
and
fight the good fight.
part of me kind of tells part of that tells me that all that support it got when the show first came out. Where are you guys now? You need to talk more
We
about it.
gotta keep that conversation
Yeah.
going and continue to reinforce. Okay. So I'm trying to think about. I'm looking at list of movies that were released this year also, but it's okay. I'll admit on the one hand, it's been tricky for movies.
Sorry, just Nikki shares puro Taylor Swift and Adele ang narinig ko this year. We have to acknowledge the
Yeah,
new
they
Taylor
had
Swift
stuff.
and the new
Yeah,
Adele music that came out as
and
well.
we watched her little concert,
Yeah, that
one of
was
her
nice.
concert things. That was pleasant at the Griffith Observatory. Plus random Oprah interviewing Adele.
But I like the
It's the
clip
year of
more.
Oprah interviewing everyone.
I like the clip more where she talks to her old teacher.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a
That was
different concert.
so
That was
nice.
delightful. Her English teacher or something.
Yeah. Who love to dance?
Yes.
Do you still dance?
Like,
Do you still teach?
no.
Oh, that was so nice.
That was very very genuine. Okay.
Mm.
And then what's this? Because I'm looking at I was saying on movies, it's like it was tricky because not a lot of movies got not obviously not as many movies were released, and
Mhm.
then accessibility was a challenge.
Mm.
Like, I mean, like to be totally frank, I'm sure a lot of us have watched many movies not in theaters, even though they were exclusively released in theaters. But what can you do?
Hey,
So,
pandemic.
a pandemic. Are there other Kylies? It's a travesty, but yes, there are, and some that even tried to
Trademark.
trademark the name Kylie alone, and like oust other people.
This is the
It's
same. This is
bizarre.
the same annoying energy as people going, you know, they watch a Kylie Minogue video and go, "Oh, she's copying Lady Gaga,"
Oh,
and you're like, "Please look at the year."
that's classic. That's classic. Okay. Um, Other things to be thankful for. This is the year we got Centaur World,
Mm.
which was such a
An
strange,
unexpected pleasure.
unexpected delight. I mean, like it's not like I don't love 100% of it, but it was such a refreshing new thing, and it's really great stuff. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Jay asks, "How about 9 Drag Race seasons that all came out this year?"
we have not watched all of them. I'll be totally frank, because there's just too many of them. Too
Yeah,
many.
and I have to admit, I'm not in a rush.
Yeah,
I used to be in a rush because I was afraid of spoilers.
yeah.
But I'm now reaching a point that
It's the drag race saturation point, and like you just break, and like you
I
can't.
think also it's after that many seasons, you really can see that it's a specific brand that RuPaul's Drag Race wants to celebrate.
Yeah, and that's
And it's
their
not
right.
bad. It's
Yeah,
not bad.
it's RuPaul's Drag
But at
Race.
the same time, it's no longer as exciting for me.
That's true. So I think that's why if there is one that stood out for this year, it's probably UK season two.
Yes,
UK season two was good.
because you could feel it was a different
It was
brand.
very different.
And I'm not saying the show is bad. It's just that
It was refreshing.
I'm not anymore as eager before that, you have to watch it because people are gonna tell us the winners. Now it's like, oh, okay, so that person won. But let's see the journey instead. So
Yeah.
it's that sort of a feel now.
So UK season two, I think, is the highlight. But disclaimer: we haven't watched Canada two. We haven't watched things like España, Italia.
Mhm.
Um, um, wow, I don't. We watched Down
But
Under. That was regrettable.
but it
But
is definitely a celebration that drag, well, RuPaul's Drag Race more specifically, has now reached such a wider
it's
audience.
a global franchise. It's
It's
taking over the world.
it's a good thing because visibility is important. And more than just RuPaul's Drag Race, we have had this year a lot of LGBTQIA plus
David, you can
supported
comment.
and empowering shows.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
so Q Force was one of the cartoons that came out.
Q Force, while like it
If
relied on very dated language and
if you
stereotypes,
gave it time and listened to the
it wasn't
story, it was
terrible. It wasn't
actually
terrible in the
it
end.
actually had it had content. We had Single All the Way, and
Okay, Single All the Way was like the Christmas movie I never thought I wanted. And I know it's cheesy and all that, but it had all the check marks of a good Christmas movie, and yet, a focus on an LGBT couple.
and again, it's about visibility for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I could imagine how many Christmases when neither of us were still out, and we would never see anything on TV that was affirming we can be ourselves on Christmas.
Plus brilliant gay casting in
Hmm.
the Jiminy and Coolidge. So
But
that's really the highlight.
so yeah, bravo to that. Yeah, yes, David, welcome back.
I'm looking at other stuff this year and like, man, what are movies we actually like? I think like the musicals are the ones that really stood out. Because other 2021 like officially stuff. So I mean, obviously Dune was okay. Don't Look Up actually was not bad. We
Yeah.
just finished Don't Look Up this year, and I think we celebrated more because Toby made me appreciate Idiocracy. Uh,
Mm,
totally
yes.
gotta watch it.
If you haven't seen Idiocracy, please watch it, and suddenly the world makes sense.
I was like looking at the write up on it, and I had forgotten. I had not realized it did not see a commercial release.
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy.
No.
Yeah, it went direct to video. So
Mhm.
the love for it is truly a cult thing. Wow, I don't know most of these other movies that came out this year. Oh, so there was that Suicide Squad one. That was okay.
Mhm.
Godzilla Kong, that was okay. It's cute to see these franchises continuing on. We have not taken the time to watch the new Space Jam. Maybe we'll be drunk enough for it some other time. What else? Oh, Raya and the Last Dragon. Mixed feelings, but I acknowledge its significance for Asian American audiences in terms of like potential representation. So good job for you.
Mhm.
Oh, and Nikki also liked Q4. See, it's like it was. I mean, like again, the in the beginning it's like a little cringy because the jokes felt like the same jokes that we saw in Will and Grace, and that came out in the mid 90s.
Mhm.
But again, on the whole, it was like good stuff. Okay. Um, other geeky things for the year. Oh well, I think I can cite the fact that I'm happy that what's this? The Expanse book series has gotten its proper.
Mm.
It is 9 books long. The ninth book came out this year. I have not read it yet. I will acknowledge it's in my. I'm not rushing because it's that stupid. It's the last.
Mhm.
And then the TV series, this last season for the TV
So you're
series,
becoming more like me now.
no,
You don't
does
want it
not
to end immediately.
does not match the end of the book series. So
Mm.
like we're coming to like the end of book 6 in terms of the TV series. So there are like 3 more books that are not being adapted
Mhm.
yet to other media. So yeah, I'm kind of savoring those last few books. I haven't finished the remaining books. Okay, and then but I'm happy for that. And then what else? What else you want to talk about? Are there comics that you want to celebrate?
So I haven't been reading new comics.
That's my problem too. I read a lot of back issues.
I've been focused more on older ones, partly because I also haven't been buying. Um, Budget, you have to choose your battles. But in terms of old comics, been rereading classic Legion of Superheroes stuff again, and it's funny as you can see how as the period shifts from the classic costumes to super tight, everyone looks like they're naked in colored skin tight suits because that became the art style of the time.
Mm-mm,
And
mm-mm.
suddenly it's fight scene after fight scene after fight scene, and it's a sudden shift in the story. So there's Legion. I've been rereading a bunch of Morrison and Ellis stuff, trying to get the writing bug started again, but it's still
Oh,
struggling.
I mean, on a similar note, I've been reading old Matt Kint stuff,
Mm.
So I read Two Sisters, I read
Super
Super Spy,
Spy,
and then Super Spy Lost Dossier. Good stuff. I'm getting ready to read
Depth
Department
H,
H or Depth H, Depth. Get it. Oh my god, it's so good. And
perfect
then I'm
title.
happy that I get Matt Kit randomly liking my tweets when I post like I finished reading, and he'll see it.
See,
So
he didn't like my stuff, but
you
he
you have to mention his
but
name.
Jay and
Oh, the
Sam
mind
like, yeah.
management board game
So
team. Yay.
so we kind of complete that cycle.
What else? Oh, but on the comic front, like I got fully up to date this year on Dawn of X and all the way up to X of Swords, and I've started reading Reign of X.
Hmm.
Because I read them in those trade paperback compilations, then I'm super behind on the actual publishing cycle
Mm.
because those compile across the titles and then kind of put them into a particular order. Okay.
Drusilla mentions too much choice and tightening belt are pretty much keeping me conservative in terms of the shows I watch and the comics I read. Yes, totally understand. That's why some people resort to more creative means, but whatever works for you is what's best.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Board games, we've
We,
opened ourselves to the joy of the fact that so many people now create escape room experiences.
okay,
Because
that
that was an explosion of things we did not expect.
yes. And
From
admittedly, they're games that are easier for just me and Toby to
yeah,
play together.
from what used to be just exit and unlock, we now have the
Escape Tales,
50 clues.
Undo.
Yeah,
I got those
Deckscape,
puzzles.
um,
Dexcape we have to look into.
the mystery house, the um,
And your mileage will vary, but then I'm happy, and like I think the if it's one thing, the pandemic is the perfect time to play
mhm.
single use escape room games. So that's kind of cool. Um, what else? I don't know. Because we talked about games. I don't wanna. We talked about games on Tuesday, so we should kind of branch out more. Um, oh, and then like there were some very interesting theater explorations this year
Yes.
that I, super enjoyed. I mean, like we've seen sort of things scaling down in terms of the number of recorded theater productions broadcast live. Like
Hmm.
before, every weekend there was a Broadway show that was free on YouTube for the weekend, and then
Yes.
that's come to an end as theaters in Western countries have reopened, regrettably. But I think we still enjoyed what's out there.
Yeah, conventions too. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
there was a chance to watch and attend conventions digitally. Now a lot of them are back to their
or at the very least are hybrid.
face to face.
Like
So
there's like weird online participation and
mhm.
then in person stuff, and that's gonna be the nature of things for a while. Hey, Nikki says he finished reading Invincible. Congratulations. I think I still have a few more issues to go, and like it's only because when the show came out, and they should have highlighted that also in like whoa adaptations that came out. Yeah,
Mhm.
Invincible. Um, yeah, I have to finish that. Okay. Um, 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 what are like, and it's so funny. I haven't really thought about my full year of books. Although, hey, I hit my 365 goal. I'm at
And it's
368.
kind of tricky because we're trying to avoid the things we didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise, the GI Joe Snake Eyes movie. The there were a bunch of stuff which we really wanted to like, but just struggled to appreciate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's better we don't, mention them as much.
I'm thinking what. Let me pull up like. I should get like a record. This one. These are the times that then I wonder like, should I take the time to like document the movies we watch and like, oh, so we watched The French Dispatch.
That was good.
That was cool.
That
That
was
was a
really good.
good, and it's geared as a tribute to journalism. But I'm a Wes Anderson sucker. Like I
Mm.
just love his stuff. I gobble it up.
But
It was
just
good. It was
just
a
to
good.
study how they did things,
Yes. And
amazing.
then and it was so jarring when suddenly there was that one shot that hey that was different.
That rotation.
Yeah, that it was not a Wes Anderson
It
staple,
wasn't
and
a
it had
track.
it had
It
meaning.
was a rotation.
It had meaning. It was a pivot. It's like, oh my god! And I really, the moment it happened, Toby, what was that? It was a pivot. Something's wrong. Okay. Um. Oh, No Time to Die.
I like No Time.
We like No Time to Die. I know some not people, not everyone liked it. I like No Time to Die.
People who like Metal Gear Solid would like No Time to Die
Ah,
because the parallels were
I get
there.
it. I get it. It's your scope.
No, but even like the beats of the story,
Yes, I agree. I can see where you're can see where you're coming from.
Solid and Liquid.
Dobe. Okay. I'm trying to skim what other
Nick
things we
mentions
watched.
Rent 25th anniversary.
Oh, okay. Ah, that one. And then Under My Skin. We watched a number of experimental things,
Mm,
whether featuring Bong or friends of Bong.
yes.
I feel like, and then we watched the repertory Cookie Play, and then there was this other one. Oh, this was the year of Free Guy. Free Guy was
Free Guy
fun.
was
Free
fun.
Guy was a fun movie. I appreciate Free Guy. What else did we see? I'm like skimming. Um,
Sex Education came back.
I want to talk about things I like. No, it was okay. It just wasn't as great as the previous
Yeah,
ones.
I felt bad that we didn't enjoy it as much as the first season.
And like
And a lot of
and a lot of
friends,
people like super raved
yeah,
about
but
this one, but I was like it was okay. It was okay.
I really feel we suffer from being exposed to too many things. So
Maybe.
our levels of expectation are a bit different.
Okay, 2021 is the year that we're properly starting on K dramas.
So we have Hometime Cha Cha Cha, which
And
is
then
so far great.
yeah, then we're now gonna struggle to decide where do we go next. Landing
Crash Landing
into
into
You,
You.
or even Startup, or ano, Itaewon Class, or
Yeah,
ano.
maybe at a one class. I'm not sure if I want to do Alhambra. I know, mom, you recommended it.
Not only your mom, even Mitch was
Yeah,
because like
but
it has games.
but when we watched the first episode,
we
we
struggled. We
struggled.
struggled with that one.
The Green Knight, not
Oh
K
wait, we
drama,
gotta
but
talk
I
about the Green
super
Knight.
love the Green Knight.
The Green Knight. The Green Knight.
So many people don't get it, and that's why I love it.
The Green Knight.
It's so well done.
Such a good movie. Such a good movie. It's like seeming. Oh, this was Luca. Okay, Luca came out. That was fun.
What was the blood clamp?
Oh,
Uh,
uh,
not solos, but we watched it before solos.
why can I suddenly not remember? Oust Studios. Great. I need to
Yeah,
load
but basically
Netflix.
the guy who did District
13, 9. How many?
I'm not sure either. But yeah, has a series of I guess you could say not they're not serial. They're standalone stories that seem to be interconnected.
Oat Studios.
Oat
Oat
Studios. So you might
Studios.
wanna check that out.
We only watched it recently. Oat Studios. Jay is recommending Sweet Home. Okay, I'll add it to the list. There's like on our things that people say we should watch. Of course, Crash Landing, and then It's Okay to Not Be Okay, which apparently has like awards that Mitch was
Yeah,
saying.
Vincenzo.
I feel like we should watch Vicenzo because your mom liked it. I'm curious to what she liked. Startup, Itaewon Class.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're in that phase of the pandemic. We're
Because Squid
starting.
Game was pretty good.
But I want
I
yeah,
enjoyed Squid Game.
Squid Game helped, and then I want to watch Silent Sea.
I want to watch the one before that one, The Wandering Earth.
I'm not prepared to watch. That's China.
Yeah, but
It's not K
but
drama.
it has a crazy idea of we have to move the Earth.
It's going to make Roland Emmerich movies seem reasonable and like well thought out. I'm not ready. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Okay. Although yeah, it's coming up to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll have to wrap up. So we still have plans. Some music, books, um, focusing on what did come out or what we enjoyed. Is there anything else? I don't really have anything new stuff.
I guess we can wrap up with like things we're looking forward to, sort of like what we did for games. Like, what are we hoping for? What do we want uh, to celebrate in the coming year? I mean, depending on how Omicron goes, admittedly, I feel like I want us to get out of the house and like potentially explore like more of these outdoor activities, like with your sister and her family. So things like all those weird parks in Clark, You know,
Because
the
they're open
dinosaur.
air and
They're open
they're
air.
by reservations, so
Yeah.
people don't clump up.
So things like the dinosaur thing
The
and the
non
bug
mall, the
thing,
non mall things,
non-mall
basically.
things. Yeah, yeah. So I think we should like look into that. And then like for me, like I've been trying to restart jogging as an alternate activity
Mm.
so that I'm not just working out at home. Plus I probably need the cardio. But it's nice. It's like and the BGC has always been a good place to jog around. Um the weather now is wonderful because even if it's sunny, it's like very chilly. So that's something.
Yeah, but that's also a wonderful weather, which is possibly storm related. So we
Also,
can't ignore that.
yeah, yes. So there is that. And then what else? So we haven't gone back to the theaters to watch a
Mm.
movie. I don't know. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
We do other things, but not that. And then
Nikki's asking, what is this Green Knight? You have to look it up.
The Green Knight.
It's on Netflix, right?
No, it's
Sorry,
a,
I was looking at what you were looking at earlier.
it's
That
on
was on Netflix. That was
it's on Plex.
that was Plex. Okay.
If
Okay.
you know if you
That's
know
all
what
we're
I
saying.
mean.
That's all we're
If you know
saying.
what I mean. If you know what I mean.
So what else?
The Green Knight. The Green Knight, though, it's like I'll admit it's an acquired taste. It's based on the Arthurian legend of yore, but you know, oops, I
Mhm.
opened the wrong thing.
And then there's a lot of stuff on YouTube if you really look. Like, what is that other drag show I know that I found?
Oh, the Dragula. We've never really watched Dragula, and
So
then
there are episodes on YouTube, so that's an option that you could check out.
yeah,
Um,
didn't realize they're like practically full episodes on YouTube. And when I say a full episode, it's like 10 minutes.
Hi Chrysler, Happy
Happy New
New Year.
Year. Okay, and then what we're say looking at other movies we may have seen this year. But man, The Green Knight really stands out. The Green Knight, The Green Knight, The Green Knight. Sorry, old The Green Knight.
Yeah, we're not mentioning old.
Wait. Oh, the Friends reunion was this year. That was delightful. That triggered me making Toby watch Friends.
It wasn't that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like good. It's like good. There's a reason why it went on for so long.
Mm-mm.
So, oh, Mitchell's versus the
Ah,
Machines.
that was good.
Mitchell's versus Machines was this year. That's a good
That
thing.
was good.
That's a good thing. Okay. Mortal Kombat was also this year. That was a thing. Um, Coming to America too. That was fun. That was like not bad. That was like surprisingly like I get how it worked. And yeah, I think that's about like
Hmm.
that's it. Okay, so like I mean, there's a bunch of franchises still coming out next
Nikki
year.
says, please watch Back to the Outback.
What is Back to the
This is an animated
Outback?
thing with animals.
Back to the
Yeah, it is.
Back to the Outback. Oh no, okay. Okay. We'll take a look, Nikki. We'll take a look. I thought it was like there's also that Netflix show called like Animals, where I wonder if it's gonna be like the Puffin Island one, the Penguin Island, where they give stories to animals, but it's like live action. So I kind of want to do that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the Bad Guys
Yeah,
animated
that
movie
I'm looking forward to seeing
because it
next
has a
year
big shark.
because it's a heist.
Because it's a heist
It's
with a
a
big shark.
heist. What?
Because there's a big shark character in that
I
movie.
did not know. I like heists.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Um, yeah. Oh, that I'm like side note. I'm super happy for the nice thing about like all these adaptation things being successful is that it triggers people revisiting original material in the same way that my mom and I are having serious discussions like, do we really need to give Wheel of Time another chance? I'm sorry, this is me and my mother like because we
But we finished the show.
we finished the show.
So Nikki, we finished the show.
Yeah,
We can talk about it with you if you want.
yeah. Although like I'm not gonna remember half the character names, I'm always gonna be like that guy.
Yeah,
As like
same.
I visually identify them, but I'm not good with the names yet.
Same.
So but then I can only imagine how many people started reading Dune this year.
Mm.
It fascinates me. Like, and I've seen social updates like you'll glance like what they're reading. Like, he's reading Dune. And like, oh my god, he's in God Emperor already. So it's like wow, so celebrate these things. More people discovering the things that you already love, and then you get to welcome them to your fandom and celebrate together.
Was this year the year of um Tales in the Loop? Was that
Not
last
quite.
year?
No, that was older.
That was last
That
year.
was yeah. That was when that was on my previous subscription of Amazon. Then I stopped, and then I came back when the Expanse came back. Tales from the Loop
Yeah,
TV.
it was
Yeah,
last
twenty
year.
twenty. It
Okay.
was 2020.
Trying to remember.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I guess that's pretty much our year in review. So many things you want to say, but there are things that you didn't enjoy. So
We're in the happy shirts. We're
happy
in the
shirts,
happy
happy
shirts.
shirts, happy
Happy
shirts,
shirts. Happy
happy
shirts.
shirts. So we're happy that we're still going strong. We're still staying focused on making sure we're moving every day. The pandemic isn't over, so we still have to keep helping each other out. And um, yeah, the numbers have been rising, so please do be careful, stay safe. I know many have started to get comfortable in, attending events or having guests over.
I mean, like, and to some degree, we've been exploring
Yeah,
some of these too.
and the only thing I could say is if you do choose to do that, at least be mindful. Still, try to minimize how often. Try to spread out how frequent. Right. I mean, if you, it's pointless to say you're only seeing one person at a time if you're seeing one person every 2 hours at a time. So
Wow. Wow. Hourly
that is
rates.
not a read,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
or is it?
Wow.
But I,
Wow.
but yeah. So we've shifted to this two
Wow.
episode a week system, and so far the numbers seem to show that it's a comfortable ratio for our viewers.
Plus, comfortable ratio for viewers plus the amount of effort we need to put into continuing to produce
Yeah,
these
so
things.
we'll maintain doing a Tuesday, Thursday slot from now on, unless, with the exception of special episodes for certain events. Like there might be specific ones for certain holidays or specific ones for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then like I'm weirdly thankful, of course, like since Obar is reopened, I've been able to post Obar videos again.
Yes.
Which I'm sure more of you who like stumble on this vlog are like,
Mhm.
"What's this? I came here for the drag videos." Those are ongoing.
Yes. So do enjoy those
Some
as
people
well.
are a little demanding. They're really like, "Are you gonna post more videos?" I'm getting messages across my social
I
platforms,
think it's
like Instagram, even and
I think
stuff.
it's just eagerness.
I
That's
know,
what's
I
really
know.
like.
I totally like. I just take it with a smile, and then like, yes, I will have stuff soon.
Yeah. And then I guess to wrap up in terms of personal highlights. So it was nice knowing we had a fan who we bumped into at Obar.
Yes, a Baduy Pride fan.
that was oh my god, that was so touching.
Yeah, and then and then he watched our Obar tribute episode.
Yeah.
So that closed the loop, and like, oh, okay, he really is watching.
And then it was nice, yeah, from your end, hearing more people who are so thankful they're able to watch because they can't travel or they can't afford to go or
Yeah,
this and that.
I will always share the joy of Obar with as many people as possible, because that's how we love them, and we want more people to love them too.
It's also exciting to see the new younger queens now taking stage.
Oh, that is true.
So
That is a
for
good
those who are
thing.
not familiar with them yet, check out the other videos on the channel, not just the ones we're in them. See how they've been doing their different productions because pretty
And if you like them, try to find them on social
Yes.
media, because a lot of these queens got started during the pandemic,
Mhm.
and before recently, we're only really performing online
Mhm.
on Facebook Live and stuff, or Kumu and all these other platforms. And now it's nice that some of them are like able to get a proper stage, whether it is at Nectar or Obar, and it just tells you how vibrant the drag scene is locally, and it's a good time, especially with 2022. We have two different drag competitions coming to the screen, so yay, and exciting stuff, very exciting stuff.
But yeah, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us for this year. We hope you'll
Joining
continue.
us for this year.
We hope you'll continue to join
See
us
you next year,
which is
Tuesday.
in less than 48 hours.
Okay. But as always, for questions or suggestions for future episodes, you can fill up the Google form at bit.ly Baduy Pride Ideas. You can follow us on Twitter, all Toby No Shade, RG Suniko.
You can also check out our blog, baduypray.com, for all the previous episodes and stuff about us.
So feel free to continue the conversation in the comments below. Let us know what are the things you are happiest about for 2021. What are the things you want to celebrate? As dark and gloomy as things got, as stressful as they sometimes got, there are things to be thankful for, and it's always good to celebrate that. And as always, be sure to subscribe for notifications, whether on Facebook or YouTube, so you don't miss our next live stream. Once again, I'm Rocky.
And I'm Toby.
And this is Baduy Pride. Good night, everyone. See you next year.